This is a presentation of our project based on the design of checkers game using VHDL programming language. Before starting our demonstration, we would like to give a brief introduction to the game rules
and also a brief description of the FPGA that we use.
Firstly, let me introduce to the rules of the checkers game, and then later I'll introduce to the FPGA board that we used to design this. The checkers game is also known as draughts. It is played between two players and the board looks like a chessboard. Each player starts with a certain number of pieces on the board towards his side. A piece can move only one square at a time diagonally on the board. The pieces also have an additional restriction that they cannot move backwards. The objective of the game is to capture all the opponent's pieces. They are captured by occupying the opponent's piece. The hardware that we used to implement this game is the Atlas Spartan 6 FPGA. The programming language that we used to design this game is VHDL, and the game will be displayed on a monitor. The HDMI output port is used to connect the FPGA to the monitor. The switches and the buttons are like the controls of a joystick with which you can play the game. This is the block diagram of our design. It consists of a data path, a control path, and a display module. Players can move only in diagonal directions, namely northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest, abbreviated as NE, NW, SE, and SW. These directional inputs along with the player selection are passed as inputs to data path and control path. The control path is implemented using Moore's state machine model. The data path is responsible for determining the color of each of the 16 tiles. Whenever a direction input is given, the destination square color is determined. If the destination square is of the opponent color, then a flag is marked to indicate that a player has won.
After coding the data path and the control path, we integrated them and used ALDEC to simulate and verify the functionality. Two scenarios are considered which reflect the different paths taken by the two players. Player 1 starts the game by moving northwest. Then player 2 responds by moving southwest. Next, player 1 seizes the chance and moves to kill player 2 by moving northwest. The simulated results are: the first 7 signals are the clock, reset, player select, and the directions. The count signal corresponds to the number of moves made by each player. The won signal goes high whenever the corresponding player wins. Scenario 2. Player 1 starts the game by moving northwest, but this time player 2 moves southeast. Player 1 again takes the chance to kill player 2 by moving northeast. The simulated results are: now that the simulated results were satisfactory, we moved on to implementing it on the FPGA.
So here we are in the lab for the video presentation. So this is the Atlas Spartan 6 FPGA that we have used. I'm going to describe you the various switches, buttons and ports used for programming. So these are the buttons. They are like the joystick used to control the directions. One is for the northwest, northeast, southwest and southeast. We have used two switches. One is for the reset and one is for the player select. That's the programmable port which is connected to the laptop for programming the .bit file into the FPGA. That is the power card which powers the FPGA. That's the HDMI output for which we connect the HDMI to DVI converter and which is connected to the monitor from the back. So here we have turned on the power supply for the FPGA. and we are going to program the .bit file using Digilant Adept software. Waiting for it to program and let the checkerboard appear on the screen. There you go.
Hi, I'm gonna demo the game for you. This is the player 1, the red one is the player 2. So let's begin the game now. First the player 1 begins the game by moving northwest. Now player 2 responds to it by moving southwest. So this is the move. Now player 1 has an opportunity to kill player 2, so he sees a chance and moves northwest to kill player 2, and thus player 1 has won the game. Now let's play the game again by resetting it. So here we are. Now the player 1 begins the game by moving northwest. This time player 2 moves southeast. Player 1 again has the opportunity to kill player 2, so he moves northeast to kill player 2. Player 1 has won. Now that the game has ended, you can reset it to play it again.
That's all. We are done with our presentation.
Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you.